So next up, we got Washed Up, which is another video that he dropped. So we're going to go through the videos first, and then we'll kick through the rest of the songs. But I'm guessing that this is something to watch because there's going to be some kind of a connection here. So let's dive in. Let's see what that man was up to. NF, Washed Up. Smart water.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if I lost the hunger.
Okay, so I assume that this is supposed to be a continuation of what just happened. So him in the black hoodie came in as the version of him in the white hoodie fell. It was on fire, you know, all past whatever the situation was, took the keys, and now he's walking out the front of the house.
Yeah,
that's my guess.
I'm starting to wonder if I lost the hunger. Where's that kid I used to be when I was on the come up? Where's that drive I used to have before I had the numbers? Where's that take me as I am? I ain't gonna be no puppet.
That's some shit I just talked about the other day, which is crazy to me. Like, when you reach a point that you were trying to reach, like in the beginning, like he said, I had the hunger. I was a kid. I wanted it so bad. What happened to that version of me? Because I kind of lost all of that once I got the numbers, once I got all the shit that I was looking for. I lost that hunger. And I've said many times that as much as it's nice to reach that point and to make the money and to get the attention and all that stuff and whatever it is that you were trying to do, the hard part then becomes, how do you continue it? How do you keep that hunger going? How do you keep yourself motivated in life? Because that one thing you wanted to achieve, you did it at a very high level. And now you have enough money to where you're probably generationally rich. You're good. Your kids are good. Your kids' kids are probably good. As long as you're making the right choices, right? So now it's like, okay, so what do I do now? Because for a lot of people, that initial like chase is like, it's everything to them. Like I've been my whole life, like music, this, and that, like I've always had something I'm trying to achieve. And if all of a sudden my YouTube goes crazy or whatever it is happens, and I've got millions of dollars, I do think that the next challenge is I need to stay motivated now, because now that I have it, now that I could just take weeks off and just chill and just live my life and do what I want, as much as I enjoyed YouTube, that it alters you. I don't know how to explain. It's a real thing. So I can only imagine. I feel like everybody has to go through this at some point if they've reached something.
Where's that tell it like it is, don't let the label hush it? Where's that yeah, I know I'm rich, but we gon' keep the budget? Where's that I don't really care about the radio? If they don't like the song, then don't play it. I ain't changing nothing.
I like that.
Where's that person at?
That's how it's gotta be.
You see him tell him I've been hurting bad. You see him tell him that I missed the way we used to rap. And I ain't making music anymore if he don't care enough to have my back. Yeah.
He's digging his grave, isn't he?
Wouldn't say that I've been doing that, but I'll be lying through my teeth if I said I don't think my moment passed. Yeah, I think my moment passed.
Which is crazy because number-wise, he's still doing insane shit.
Or have I lost it? Am I on the verge of making waves? Or am I washed up?
So I'm curious if this is like a direct continuation. Like, did he walk out of that house right after he grabbed the keys from the other version of him? Or is this now a fast forward where that's the version of him buried and he's digging him back up to try to find the path? Because he's like, you know what happened to the old me? Or is the one in the house completely separate from what we just found, and this is like the younger version of him? I read there's multiple, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know exactly what his mentality was, but any way you look at it, it's a dope concept.
The small rooms, the intimacy, no feeling like it. Those old shoes, nostalgic, I put my feet inside them. The Lord knew I needed this to survive the violence. The raw truth, I'm nothing without the Father's guidance. Who are you? The question that built this whole empire. Your old news, a statement that makes me think retire. The game's new, so eventually we all have to climb it. When wrong moving, career is dying. Yeah.
The Reaper nasty.
Did that check the label gave me make me uninspired? Am I ignorant to think that I still got the fire? Am I hanging on to something I should say goodbye to? Yeah, has my time expired? Did my prime already pass or am I about to find it? Did my peak already happen or am I still climbing? Is that passion that I had gone or am I?
Woo. I like this a lot. Because this is also something that's going to happen to people as they age. It doesn't even mean that you necessarily achieved something. You could just change as you've aged. You've been through more shit, more experiences, work, whatever, whatever the case is. So this, I feel like songs like this are very relatable to a lot of different people, just for different reasons. But it's just so true. Like the shit that he's saying right here.
Can I revive it? Did that check the label gave me make me uninspired? Am I ignorant to think that I still got the fire? Am I hanging on to something I should say goodbye to? Yeah, has my time expired? Did my prime already pass or am I about to find it? Did my peak already happen or am I still climbing? Is that passion that I had gone or am I?
That's another thing to write. Like, did my peak already pass? And you never really know. Like it can happen multiple times, right? Like just because you may have peaked once in life doesn't mean that you can't surpass that later. I think that it's probably an uncommon thing, but it's definitely something that you can have happen. It's funny, yo. I swear he's in my head because we just talked about all these topics the other day on stream, not having any idea that this was going to be shit that we talk about again in a song. But I used the example of one of the Phase members, Stable Ronaldo, who had joined Phase years before the new Phase guys did. And he was peaking on Fortnite and shit and doing crazy numbers. Then all of a sudden his shit just kind of crashed and burned and wasn't really doing anything at all. But then he reinvented himself, started doing more IRL streams, got with the newer Phase guys that got brought on. And now I think he's doing better now than he ever has in his career. Right. But at one point he probably felt like that was my peak because I was making crazy money. I had attention. People knew me. And then I kind of lost that footing. And so a lot of times you figure that's it, it's over. But I don't feel like it is. I think that there's always a potential for there to be more. It's probably not as common, but it can happen. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's normal, especially as you get older, to question shit like that. You know, like NF having known that he's been doing this for years, he's had probably a few different peaks or what felt like peaks at the time. And now you get to this point where he might go back and listen to some of that music and feel like he's not making it at the same level or it's not the same. And that's his perception of it. His fans probably don't feel that way, but you yourself are going to be your own worst critic. And so then you start to wonder, like, is there even a point in me doing this? Or am I just kind of just doing it to do it now because I'm never gonna reach that point again?
On the brink of something great.
This is just all my perception of his lyrics. What he actually means by all of them, only he could obviously tell you, but
on the verge of making waves, or am I washed up?
Why do I feel like it's going to be like him under the hood as well? I don't know why. Probably not, but I was like, that would have been a pretty interesting concept though, because then it's almost like he's saying that it's him in every aspect. I'm the one doing, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all in your own head kind of shit. Choose your own adventure. This was dope though. This was a dope follow-up from the other one. And I'm looking for, with NF songs, I always look forward to the comments because people are going to fill me in on so much shit that they've connected or they've figured out or they've attached to other things that just do not cross my mind in the moment. And that's always like some of the coolest shit about all this. So this we off to a great start. And it looks like the next song is going to be the MGK one. So let's dive in.